All right, guys, so now it's about time we check out what Marwan and Anna are up to as they are joined by our careers advisors from Bayt.com, Peggy Chamoun. And make sure you get your pens and papers ready as the top jobs of the week are going to scroll on the bottom of the screen throughout the interview.
That's right, Lubna. Well, Peggy is back once again this week, and she'll be telling us about what the top traits a successful young leader are. Right, Peggy?
Right.
And of course, welcome back to the show, Peggy.
Thank you, Marwan.
So the first question is, are leaders born?
Or made.
Or made?
Correct. So modern theory would suggest that it's a bit of both. Okay, so you're born with natural leadership trait, but this also gives you the opportunity to empower it throughout your years of experience and your life. Some people are born movers and shakers and they can influence others, but this doesn't mean that others who have natural leadership traits cannot actually augment that.
I keep telling Anna that, but she doesn't listen to me.
So everyone has a chance to succeed.
All right, let's talk about types of leaders. I've had the fortune of working under quite a few people, and they've all had different types of characteristics of leadership, right? So say, for instance, if there's a leader who, say, listens, it motivates those who work under him, right? What are the pros and cons of being that type of a leader?
Okay, so you said it right. Every leader has his own style, all right? But there are common traits that usually are very specific to very successful leaders. So the style you're talking about is also the ability to motivate others and to engage others. And this is a very essential trait in successful leadership. So it's very important that someone manages to empower others, to motivate them, to get the best out of them.
Now, what about leaders who are not necessarily like open to suggestions? Is there any
Sure.
like negative sides to that?
Yeah, that's actually not very engaging in terms of environment, and these people usually lack emotional intelligence and congeniality. So what we mean by that, they don't relate very much to people, they're not very close to them. They don't actually empower them to succeed. They're a bit, they don't have empathy necessarily. They don't listen or focus on what the person has to say.
Does that make them bad leaders, or is just...
That makes it more difficult for them to engage others and to have this charisma and have other people being enthusiastic and empowered.
Fair enough. Now, apart from these two, are there any other traits or characteristics that a good leader should have?
Of course. So first of all, there is obviously, you know, the willingness of being trusted by others, and this is very important. Usually people look up to leaders who are ethical, who have integrity, who are honest, and who can actually engage them, and who are not afraid of making mistakes. Another thing which is very important, so the first one is integrity, obviously. The second thing is this willingness of taking risks and, you know, wanting to progress by taking calculated risk, obviously. And people look up to such leaders because it gives them a certain sense of security, whereby they're more relaxed, they're more flexible, they're more devoted, they're empowered, and they feel at ease with a consistent management style and a leadership style. There is also a very important trait, you know, which one should always mention, is also the fact of all the time, you know, being focused in what you do and having a vision. Okay, so being focused, knowing what you want, knowing where you are and how you want to get there as a leader, make other people as well reach out to you and make sure that they get empowered.
Right, and they achieve their own objectives as well,
and
right?
they choose their own
Well, you know what, Marwan, sounds to me like you'd make for a pretty good leader.
Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing she said to
I'm
me
sure he is.
all season.
All right, Peggy, well, as always, it's so great to have you on the show. You know, by now, I really think I should just head my own company and be the boss. I've got
I know,
so many helpful
great
tips from you.
advice.
I'm sure
Thank you.
do
Thank
great.
you very
Thank
much,
so
Peggy.
much.